Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketch. My name is Jason Sketch and I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Marvel Champions content. Today we're going to be taking Wonder Man up for the very first time. Super excited to play Wonder Man, and I'm super stoked when we're taking up against Absorbing Man just like we did Hercules. So hopefully this game will go a lot better than the Hercules game, especially for it being our first game and testing him out for the first time, but I'm pretty stoked about it. I did make some modifications to his precon. I don't know if that was wise or not, but here we are. I took out 2 copies of the Heroic Conditioning. I took out 1 Stronger Together, 1 Bombs Away, and 1 Battlefield Benevolence. Not sure if I'm a big fan of that card just yet. I'm excited to see what it does, but just the 2 healing to cause it confused, I'm just not sure I am on board with it just yet. I did also add cards, because we need to add cards to replace those cards to make sure we're hitting that 40 card number. So I added in 2 copies of You Got This. Thought that was a pretty cool card. It is lightning, and it is event, so that works out pretty well. We added in the Avengers compound because I just like this card. It's a neat card. I think it's great for Avengers to have. And then we added in 2 copies of Caught in the Crossfire. I'm excited to see how well this card works. I'm trying to get it out of the limelight there. Wonderful. Super excited about how this card might work, and I cannot wait to see if it plays well for me or not. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Alright guys, we are getting ready to jump down to the table. I'm going to shuffle up the cards and we will get going. Hope you're excited for this first game. I'm a little nervous, but just remember that I'm going to mess up probably quite a bit because it'll be my first time even testing out Wonder Man. So I hope you're just as excited as I am. It's going to be a wild ride. And I guess I'm a little nervous because I'm just babbling on. So let's head on down to the table and check things out. All right, here we are down at the table. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. Super excited to have you all down here. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a wild ride. We're going to make one small adjustment that I can notice on the screen here. We're just going to go this way. Bam. All right. Hate doing that on screen, but, you know, my OCD is going to go nuts if I don't even just take care of it right away. All right. So we are down here at the table. I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't be afraid to leave a like button. Please don't be afraid to say, a nice comment down below. Or, of course, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. I really appreciate that, guys. On top of that, everything that you guys do with that will help promote this video and help promote the channel so we can have more friends come and hang out and talk about Marvel Champions. This is, from what I understand with the modifications that I added, still a CE 1.7 deck, so it still falls underneath the current environment. And again, it is a precon, modified precon, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. So first things first, though, we do need to do the setup here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an environment is discarded. Put that card into play and shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. All right, the first one we came across was this Factory. He's got the Metal trait. He's got Surge. After Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack against you, discard 1 resource icon from your hand. Ugh, I don't like that at all. Let's try to get rid of that as fast as we can. I think Absorbing Man is interesting, though, and I think this fight will be interesting because they're both like energy-related characters, so that kind of adds a little theming to it, right? So should make it fun. All right, now some of you might be going, Jason, you never wear hats. What are you doing with a hat on? I scratched my head, and it looks weird, so I decided a hat looks less weird than the scratch on my head. All right. Perfect. Very cool. This gets flipped up. Next is as Super Absorbing Man is in play, deal 1 card each player. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Super Absorbing Man and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Go search for this way. It's at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of funny because that was not intentional. But here we are. So, all right, we do want to kind of get rid of that pretty quick, faster than I thought we would with other games. I have gone back and off-screen hurt him with the Hercules precon, modified precon, though now I'm going to go back and probably just build a leadership deck for him. Haven't taken the time to do so just yet, but you might see that at the end of this week. All right. All the setup takes forever for Jason. So we're just going to spin it up. Cut that deck and put this down. Let's get rolling. All right. We're going to do two separate things here. 2 threat goes on the main. And Super Absorbing Man can scoot up a little bit, as well as Absorbing Man himself. Give us ourselves a little more room. And it's going to be 3 threat on the main. If you hear somebody banging in the background, it is my washer going. If you don't hear it, even better. All right. First things first, though, everything's set up and ready to go. Let's drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I did not even bother to shuffle. Cool. What do we have here? Avengers Compound's pretty great if we can get that down. Stronger Together. I feel like both of these will need to be discarded for now. Conic Blast, deal 3 damage to the enemy. Deal 2 additional damage to the enemy for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card. Starstruck, deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. If you overpaid for this card with a lightning resource, stun that enemy. Active Altruism, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Remove 2 additional threat from the scheme for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card. Let's hold on to that. And we're going to get rid of both of these. We are looking for specific cards to get put into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Just looking at how everything came out, I almost want to reshuffle one more time. So let's just play the game and see what happens. I feel like it didn't shuffle very good, but here we are. So you know what? No, I'm going to call a reshuffle here because I feel like the cards did not mix up very well. And we'll just cut right down to it. Gives us a chance to talk about some other things. So thank you guys. I'm a little nervous, like I said, but it's just a new character, right? So I want to make sure the cards are mixed up well. I want to not draw the same card over and over and over again. This is not me trying to cheat or get out of the way. It's just like, hey, like I feel like it just did not mix up at all. And I'm not sure why when I feel like I shuffled the cards super duper well. But you know how things go, right? So getting that good reshuffle in there. Nothing crazy's happened just yet. If you guys are still enjoying the content, please let me know. If you thought, hey, Jason, you should have played the game, let me know that down below as well. I definitely love feedback and thought processes there. So getting everything all shuffled up here. Again, this is a first game, so I just want to make sure that I get a good balance of everything that's in my hand, and I'm not getting like, cool, like all these cards that should have been mixed up or not. So what happens when you play with a bunch of brand new cards, they kind of all stick together, even though they should be mezclados, as they say in Spanish. So all right, try this again. We're gonna cut this deck in half. Let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we will mulligan after this. All right, here we go. Maybe it's a little bit more mixed up here. We're still got a Stronger Together. You got a Mr. Hollywood. Everything all at once. Jarvis and the glasses. I think we want to keep the glasses in Mr. Hollywood. I like Jarvis. I like this card. We're going to dump these 2. 1, 2. Okay. After you change form, choose tuck an event resource card in your discard pile under Psionic Physiology, or add a card tucked under Psionic Physiology to your hand. That's pretty cool. Mr. Hollywood, generate a lightning resource to overpay for it. And what are you? Ah, okay, so that's the one that keeps you from dying. Lots of cool things here. I think we're going to spend Sentry to play Mr. Hollywood. And I think we do want to get the sunglasses down as well, so I don't know, maybe Jarvis. Give me some sunglasses here. I would have liked to have played Jarvis, if that's okay. We got a What Are You that I'd like to kind of hold on to, but we'll see what happens next. You may include those wonderful things, so nothing special here. Let's flip up. After you change form, choose tuck an event resource card with a printed lightning resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology, or add the tucked card from Ionic Physiology here. So we're gonna go ahead and tuck one, and we'll tuck a everywhere all at once. Underneath there, sweet. All right. And it's not even an exhaust thing, so it just kind of happens. That's kind of wild. I can generate a lightning resource to overpay for a card. That's pretty cool. Remove one threat from a scheme. Remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card. So I think we're going to go ahead and clear Super Absorbing Man. Mr. Hollywood will pay for active altruism. There's Super Absorbing Man. Then we will look at our hand here. This isn't even a exhaust feature either. It's just generate an extra lightning resource. That's awesome. So we can't play What Are You just yet. I think I want to hold on to that card. Wonder Man gets +1 attack for each card tucked under Iconic Physiology. After you play an event card, though, it does get tucked underneath here. So now I have 2 tucked underneath here. You have a max of 3. That is actually kind of cool how that works out. Okay. All my new sleeves are sliding around on me. Trying to figure everything out here. That's neat. So now he gets 3 attack for each card tucked underneath him. For response, after Wonder Man makes a basic attack, discard each card tucked under Iconic Physiology. Okay. You can't stack them, but it leaves your room to kind of keep cycling through them. Do I want to punch or do I want to clear the threat? But clear the threat, we're starting at nothing. By punch, we are hitting for 3 at this point. But then it does clear all this out, which is not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and get down to business to defeat the Huns. Go ahead and punch for 3. We can take a threat, can't we? Get him down to 12. Nice. And then that does clear these 2 out from underneath here. So that's something we're going to have to mechanic. We're just going to have to keep an eye on as we go along. Okay. Starting at the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still not getting the mixes in that we were hoping for, but that is okay. What do we end up with? This is a good threat removing card. This is Sonic Blast. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional damage for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card using a maximum of 3 lightning resources. That is pretty cool. That is very cool. Okay. Threat's going to go up to 3. Storyman's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. If I don't defend, he gets to take a resource card away from my hand. If I do defend, and we're going to put the timer up here as well. This is his orange dice right here. If I do defend, I don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and defend for 2. He swings for 2. 3, 4. We take 2 points of damage. We get an encounter card. Stall Tactics. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for every 2 delay encounters in the scheme. If no threat was placed this way, this card gains surge. Alright. Well, there's 1, so it would have to have 2, so there's no threat added to the scheme, so the card gains surge, which is Avalanche. When revealed, each player must choose to either spend a lightning resource or take 2 indirect damage. 3 indirect damage instead if there's 5 or more delay counters on the main scheme. So I can take 2 damage, or I can spend a lightning resource. I have a lot of lightning resources in my hand. I was going to spend this one to play that one, spend these 2 for this card. So we're going to go ahead and just take the 2 indirect damage. 2 threat on this scheme here. I wish I could ready. That is what we're needing right now. Okay. Is more readies in his kit. Already looking for a ready. Alright. First things first. It is my turn, though. We're going to go ahead and spend the 2 bombs away. Play What Are You? When Wonder Man would be defeated, instead set his hit point down to 4 and change him to alter ego form. You may tuck events with a lightning resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology until there are 3 cards tucked here. Remove this card from the game. If I flip down, he might be able to scheme up pretty high. I don't really need to heal. That'd be the only main reason to flip down, other than the sunglasses here. Maybe he is more of a form flipping card than a character than I realized. That is okay. For now, we're going to use Mr. Hollywood and Everywhere All at Once to play Ionic Blast to deal 3 damage to an enemy and 2 damage for each extra lightning resources spent on top of that. So we're going to do 5 damage in total. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. For Mr. Absorbing Man here. Awesome. I don't think I want to flip. I would like the environment to change. I don't want to keep losing resources. I can't really clear threats, so that's going to go up by 2. We really need to get some more threat removal on the thing. Ionic Physiology is going to go... Ionic Blast is going to go underneath the Physiology here and heal me 1 point. So let's ready Wonder Man up and draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hawkeye's pretty cool. Heroic Conditioning. Active Altruism, which is nice because I can clear some threat. You got this. And Jet Belt. Exhaust Jet Belt to generate a lightning resource for an event. Hero resource. Exhaust Jet Belt and discard a card tucked under Ionic Physiology. Generate a lightning resource. Oh, cool. Okay. So they can be used for 2 different things. That's really neat. But it does cost an exhaustion. So we do want to try to get that down. I don't think we'll be able to get Heroic Conditioning down this turn. But we've got some cool things we still can do. So it's going to go up to 5. Timer's going to go up to 2. Storyman's going to come in for an attack. Can I afford a resource this time? Because I'd really like to make an attack this next turn if I can. Or be able to clear some threat. I think I'm going to take the attack and I'm going to have to lose a resource here. And that's just going to have to be okay. So that is what we will do. Okay. He's going to attack for 2. 3, 4. I take 4 points of damage. He then gets to one resource icon from your hand. So I guess when I discard, you got this from my hand. All right. Then the threat's already moved. We get an encounter card, which is Sinister Strike. Oh. Poop. This will pursue counter pursued by the past. Then, if there's any counters on it, the villain attacks you. Ugh. That's really annoying, honestly, because he can attack me and potentially kill me. I can defend for 2. But then I won't be able to get to clear the threat that I'm wanting to clear. But I think I need to do that at this point. I'm going to have to need to... Well, nope. What are you in play? So let's not worry about it. We're going to... Oh, but then I lose the another resource. And I don't want to lose another resource, right? You want to get Jet Belt down this turn. So I guess we have to defend for 2. And unfortunately, we just have to deal with Avalanche for a little bit longer. He's going to attack for 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I only take 2 points of damage, so I'm down to 3 health. Which is fine. But that is an undefended attack, so it's not an undefended attack, I defended, so I'm glad that that worked out. That is over. Now it is my turn. I am going to spend Heroic Conditioning and Hawkeye to get the Jet Belt onto the table. Exhaust Jet Belt to generate a lightning resource for this event. And then Generate a lightning resource to overpay. So I'm overpaying twice for this, which should allow me to do 5 threat. I believe that's how it works. And then this is strictly overpay. This lets me just pay for an event. Then, because this allows me to have it be overpaid, then this gets tucked underneath here, which heals me for 1, 4. Yes, I would like to clear Avalanche out, but I can't, so we're going to go ahead and flip down. I'm going to recover as soon as I can. Can't punch, so after you change form, choose take an event or resource card with a lightning resource from your discard pile. Okay. Event or resource. That's pretty cool. We will do a Bombs Away. Tucked underneath here. Wonderful. And I choose to put one of them in my hand, which is going to be nice this next turn. So let's ready up and draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my double that we've been looking for an entire game. That is okay. That is weird to not be playing with as many doubles in this kit. So, but I guess it's part of the game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. This goes to 3. Timer goes to 3. Threat goes to 2. Absorbing Man is going to attack for 2 plus a. Is going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. 2. And 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. This just goes to 4. We get an encounter card. All right. When revealed, an alter ego, Absorbing Man schemes. Absorbing Man has a stone trait. He gets +1 scheme for this activation. All right, so he doesn't have the stone trait. He just schemes again for 2, 3. Absorbing Man has the stone or wood trait. You're stunned. Cool. Well, I'm not stunned, so we're up to 7 now on the main scheme. Whoop, doggies. All right. Luckily for us, it is a 12, so. But it comes back to me. We're going to recover for 3. Get me up to... Oh yeah, 7. This is a pretty good spot to be sitting at. Flip back up. Is there anything I have to play on alter ego while I'm here? No. Okay. So I can't add another one, right? Because it has a cap of 3. So I can add a card tucked there, though, to my hand. Let's add Active Altruism to my hand. And let's play everywhere all at once. So we're going to do that with the energy and choose both these places here. Then we're going to use Mr. Hollywood as well. So now it is 3. So choose X scheme to remove 2 threat from each chosen scheme, 3 instead if you ever paid for this card. So this clears this completely. And then we're going to clear 3 threat from here. Which makes things a little bit better. It allows us to do... Mr. Hollywood's going to also pay with active altruism, which is going to clear the rest of the threat here, I believe. Let's see. Get it down to 1. So remove 1 threat, and 2 more for each card you use to overpay. So we're just going to get it down to 1 threat, which is way more manageable. That does come up here. No, that one would not. The Everywhere All at Once would have come up here. Oh, I guess it's not a force response, so it's just a response. So I would like this guy to come up here then. Heals me for 1 when it does that. That is pretty cool. I wish I had it ready though. All right. Can't play Caught in the Crossfire. Starstruck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. If you overpaid for this card with a lightning resource, stun it. My attack is 4 right now. Pretty cool. We'll hold on to this. So good. Okay. So we will spend Caught in the Crossfire, and you got this to play Ionic Blast, which deals 3 damage to an enemy. And then we'll use Mr. Hollywood as well. So it'd be now 4 more damage on top of that. Because we spent 2 cards. 1 card to pay for it, 1 card to overpay, and another Mr. Hollywood. We spent 4 on top of the 3, so we're doing 7 points of damage. Taking out Absorbing Man 2. Leaving us with Absorbing Man 3 at 16 health. 1 more than before. Wow, okay. Absorbing Man gains the traits of each environment in play. After Absorbing Man activates against you, if he has the Ice or Stone trait, place 1 threat on the main scheme. If he has the Metal, let me pull it up here so we can see it all. If he has the Metal or Wood trait, take 1 indirect damage. Cool. We have to deal with indirect damages now, but we can live with that. That felt really good to play, though. So, but it max 3 cards tucked here, so we can tuck 1 and get rid of 1, right? So I'm going to tuck 1, get rid of Bombs Away. This gets it up to 3 here. Now, if I'm playing that incorrectly, again, I am learning this hero. Please let me know, but that is my understanding is I can still make that happen. All right. That leaves me with Jet Belt. So we're going to use Jet Belt and Mr. Hollywood. Oh, limited once per card. Okay, once per card, not once per round, once per card. This is a wild card. So we're going to use Jet Belt. Exhaust Jet Belt, generate a lightning resource for an event. Exhaust Jet Belt and discard a card tucked underneath Ionic Physiology to generate a lightning resource. Okay, so that's really cool. So we're going to exhaust it to generate a lightning resource to play Starstruck and use an extra lightning resource on top of that. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack, which is currently 4. So he's now down to 12. If you overpaid for this card with a lightning resource, stun that enemy. So now he is stunned as well. Sweet. That was a fun turn. I'm actually really enjoying this kit. He's a lot faster than I thought he would be as a hero. All right, let's ready everything back up. Go up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a Battlefield Benevolence. We got a Swordsman. We've got an Energy Siphon. When you spin this card, take up to 3 damage. This generates 1 additional lightning resource for each damage taken this way. Okay, cool. And there's a Starstruck. Awesome. So at least we get to do another stun to him next turn. Excited to get Swordsman on the table too. So Threat's going to go up to 2. Hammer's going to go up to 4. Throwing Man is stunned. We draw an encounter card. Steel Kick. Alright, when revealed, hero. Take 3 indirect damage. 4 indirect damage if Absorbing Man is in the metal form. So we take 4 indirect damage. I don't have anybody else to take any damage for me, so it's just going to take 4 damage here. Just down to 5. Okay. Cool. Could have been worse. It is sure my turn. Oh man, getting Swordsman's down would be great. And so... wow, this is so stupid. Because I could take 3 and get down to 2. And, that's just wild to me. I think we can beat him, though. So, what we're going to do is we're going to spend Energy Siphon and take 3 damage. Is that really smart? One, 2, 3. And we'll take 1 point of damage to have 4 in total to play Swordsman. Then we will attack. Ooh, no, we won't. Hold on. We will spend Jet Belt and Mr. Hollywood to play Starstruck to do 4 points of damage to get him down to 8. He's become stunned again. We will then, which that comes in. One will leave. 1 card will leave. Awesome. We do get healed by 5. Again, if I'm cheating on that, let me know. I don't want to be cheating. That's what makes the most sense to me. Then Mr. Mr. Wonderman will go ahead and attack for 4 to get him down to 4 health points. And it does discard all these cards here. Swordsman will then attack for 2. Get him down to 2 health points. Okay. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and ready up. Go to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got another Starstruck. We got an Avengers Compound. Unified Strike. When an ally uses a basic power, exhaust your hero. Add your hero's matching power to that ally's power for this use. The ally does not take consequential damage at that use. That's pretty cool. Wonder Fans. Exhaust Wonder Fans. Choose 1 token of a printed event or draw a card. That's cool. Avengers Compounds here. We may just see what it feels like to play United Strike while we have a chance to. See how it goes, though. Threat's going to go up to 3. Timer goes up to 5. Zorby-Man is stunned. We take an encounter card. Pacifism. Give to Simon Williams player. Wonder Man cannot attack. All right. Alter Ego action. Exhaust Simon Williams and discard 3 cards tucked under Iconic Physiology. Discard this card. Wow. Okay. Well, that makes it even better then. To do it this other way then. He took no damage. The obligation gets in our way. But just for fun, Swordsman's going to attack for 2. We're going to play Unified Strike to, when an ally uses a basic power, exhaust your hero. Add your hero's matching power to that ally's power for this use, which is going to get it up to 3. That ally does not take consequential damage, but prevents the consequential damage, and it does take out Absorbing Man. And just for fun, this would get tucked underneath heal and here, and we heal for 1. Get up to 6. So that is pretty cool. It felt fun to do that. I feel like it's going to feel more fun to somebody like Hercules, who can smash for like 3 and then gets an automatic ready or whatever later on. It is an interesting card in general. I may have to try it in Hercules himself. I don't know if it's something I want to continue to use in Wonder Man. I do like Swordsman, though. This is a really neat basic ally. He's probably going to take the place of a lot of Wolverines. He can't attack for 3, but man, that just being able to do piercing damage is pretty wild. And 4 health points is pretty great. Plus, he can defend at a random time for you. He is just actually a really cool ally, and I'm very thankful I got a chance to play him. Absorbing Man's dead. We defeated him without much problem, which is not surprising. Absorbing Man is not supposed to be the most powerful villain in the game. His whole job is to stall you for a little while. So he did do that. The pacifism coming out is actually really annoying. I did not realize how annoying that obligation was going to be, but I'm glad to see that it came into play. Now that I know what it is, it's going to take a little more work to get rid of, especially at the point that I was at now. Sometimes it doesn't take long to get it full, but you better hope that it is full when this card comes out. Being able to punch for 4 is stupid wild. His kit is insane. This Jet Belt is a super fun card. Mr. Hollywood's a great card. These are fun. I was never worried about dying because this card was out. So that's just a normal thing to do. And this card is What Are You? Or What Are You? What Are You? It's a pretty interesting card. Signature Sunglasses. That is a fun card. Getting able to just kind of add some stuff to the back of him here. I actually really enjoyed the overpaying mechanic we're seeing these cards in here that I want to talk about. Starstruck is pretty wild. And with the combo of these, just basically getting to play it for free felt so stupid good. Unified Strike was fun. Again, I feel like that's something I would want to play in somebody like Hercules or somebody that punches a little bit stronger, so it makes my allies' attack more useful. But again, at the end of the day, to exhaust my hero versus getting consequential damage on an ally, 6-1, half a dozen another, it is very interesting to see. Somebody, again, like Hercules, who can ready a lot, has a lot of raids in his kit, I'm not as worried about something like that. So, Iconic Blast is so stupid good. Deal 3 damage, deal 2 additional damage for each lightning resource. I mean, you can get up to 9 damage with one effective resource, essentially. Well, I guess 5 effective resources, but it's still really good. And you already have 2 on your table that most of the time, if they're already there, to make that happen. Active Altruism is pretty great. Battlefield Benevolence, I just don't... It sits bad in my mouth. I don't like it. I might try it in a float like a butterfly build, or if I want to try to be flipping down quite a bit. But honestly, at least in this game, it was not worth my time to do that. Energy Siphon. I think it's a very interesting card how that works out. I think it was not intended to play Swordsman, but man, did it really help to play Swordsman. Again, I'm really triple checking it. It's not anything to do with events. You just spin this card, and you can take up a certain amount of damage to get more resources to pay for something big. I mean, he's going to be able to get Helicarriers down pretty easily if you have this and the Helicarrier in your hand. So that is pretty interesting. If you play the card that is in Hercules' kit, hero kit, that is a side scheme that lets you find a shield support, you can toss that into toss like a big freaking Helicarrier into your deck, and once you defeat it, make sure you have Energy Siphon in your hand, and you can pretty much pay for it with just this card. So that is wild to me. They're very interesting. The more I think about them, I'm kind of like back and forth. Bombs Away. Good to see some different art. Not necessarily the most powerful. You got this. I feel like it's going to be really, really good in Hercules. I was kind of excited to see how it would be played here in Wonder Man. But definitely Hercules with the ready mechanic here. You get to ready one more time. I'm excited to add that to the next leadership build I make for Hercules here. Caught in the Crossfire. I really didn't get a chance to play it. Hoping to get a chance to play it again in the future. Kind of weird that you only have one resource card. Love this. Everywhere all at once. This is probably going to be one of my new favorite cards to play, especially in Wonder Man, but even then, to go, okay, I'm at least clearing a bunch of thread off of a bunch of different schemes all at once is pretty stinking wild. Heroic Conditioning, didn't get a chance to play it. Didn't get a chance to play Hawkeye. I really wanted Jarvis on the table too. Didn't get a chance to play him. End Century. Strung Together. I didn't get a chance to play it, but I don't. I don't know. When a character other than your hero would take any amount of damage if that character shares a trait with you, your hero reduce the damage by your defense. So I think this is a good card. I think it's going to be really good in Wonder Man, but I think it's going to be better in multiplayer than it's going to be in solo. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards out probably next time I play with it. But when I do a multiplayer game, this card's going to go back in because it's going to give him a chance to take less damage, and you get to add it to your Ionic Physiology pretty fast. It's actually a fantastic card. Adding 2 defense to anybody else that needs that extra 2 defense is great, especially if you have a protection player on your table. And you go, cool, hey, I'm playing Stronger Together. Now I'm adding in 2 more defense to your defense that you're making. It could really make for some cool combos as a team player. So I don't think it's good for solo, but I think it's going to be great for... It might be helpful in solo if your allies are defending, but really it's going to be better for multiplayer. Firebird looks really interesting. I'm excited to try that out again to get a chance to play her. And Scarlet Witch, the same thing as well. Looks really interesting just to get a chance to play her. So looking forward to some more opportunities to get to play Wonder Man. As of right now, I'm really seeing the hype for why Wonder Man's so much fun. It's very fast. Once you get his main 2 cards out, which everybody's correct, the Jet Belt and Mr. Hollywood are probably the 2 cards you want to get as fast as you can. Almost hard mulligan for them. Because once they're on the table, you are set for life. The sunglasses are pretty nice. I wish I could do more form flipping. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with Wonder Man. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about him. I think the building mechanics can be interesting because I got to find more cards that I can make work well in solo. In fact, you're not really like, oh, I'm playing Justice, I'm playing this. Like you kind of are. So you can get cards that aren't lightning resources, but really at the end of the day, why would you want anything but lightning in here? And the fact that you can pull it from almost any aspect, I'm kind of curious what the builds are going to start looking like here in the future. So overall, I really do enjoy him. I think I am going to do some more games with him. But I am for sure going to play Hercules next because I miss him already. I had a good time with him. So going to make some modifications to his deck or make some modifications and get a good leadership build. We may come back and face Absorbing. We probably will come back and face Absorbing Man one more time with Hercules. But I think Wonder Man's proven that he doesn't need to face a small hero. We need to find somebody else that he can just destroy and crush. And so we got to make some good builds for him. I'm excited to kind of just chew on and think about what else he can do. Let me know what you guys think, though, about Wonder Man and your thoughts and how I could play differently. And let me know again about that Ionic Physiology mechanic. If I already have 3 there, can I just put 1 there and then discard 1? If so, that feels wildly good and helps with the healing. If not, I mean, I still think I would have won the game. It just would have made for a difference in how much health I had left over at the end of the game. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know about that mechanic and that rule, because I'm understanding that I can still tuck a card there, but then I have to make sure that 1 gets tossed away. And I think the same thing happens with Silk as well. So that means you can kind of rotate through what cards are going to be sitting there, and you still get the stupid heal 1 damage part from your identity, which is so good. So good, especially when you're playing these 0 and 1 cost cards. Your events that you're playing, you're going to want to be relatively cheap. That's why they're running all these 0 cost events in here to keep him just alive. So Wonder Man's going to be 10 out of 10. I think he's going to be, I don't know if he's going to be my top 5 heroes. I can see him being my top 15. I really think I'm going to have fun with him once I get a better feel for him and get some better personal Jason-made decks. All right, so I know the nerves weren't probably necessary, and now I'm just still talking for, I guess, no apparent reason. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jason Sketch, and next time will be deadly serious next time. Peace.